Hi lovelies, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. In today's video we are going to be learning how to make this cowl neck top. We already treated the pants in our previous video. If you love to see that, please check the comment section or the description box. In today's video we are going to be learning how to make the top. If this is something you want to learn, please keep on watching. Remember to like and leave a comment when you find this video helpful. If you would love to know what actually goes on behind the scene, how long it takes me to actually put out videos, you can follow me on my second YouTube channel at Lillian OG, where I'll be showing us what my behind the scene look like. For today's tutorial, I'm going to be working with this flower crepe, and I have roughly 2.5 yards here. This is the material that I'm going to be working with. So I'm going to start by marking out my starting line of 2 inches. The next thing I'm going to do is to mark my shoulder to my chest line plus 1 inch. So my shoulder to my chest line is 8 inches. Then I'm going to add additional 1 inch. So that is 9 inches. That is what I just marked now, because this is not going to be the regular top. So for my half length, I'm also going to do the same thing. My shoulder to my waistline or my waist is 16 inches, but I'm marking 17 inches, just as you can see. So I added extra 1 inch. So hope that is clear. Then I'm going to add a few inches as my allowance for turning. You can do 0.75, you can do 1 inch. So this is for this. I'm going to come down by 1 inches for my neck depth, and then I'm going to my neck width, I'm going to make it 3 inches, and then I'm going to connect. So this is the back pattern, is what we are going to use for both front and back. So for my shoulder, I'm going to do my shoulder divided by 2 plus ½ inch. So as you can see, I'm marking 7.5 inch when my shoulder is 14 inches. So divided by 2 is 7, so plus ½ inch. So I'm going to come down by 1 inch as my shoulder slant, and then I'll connect to my neck width like so. Then I'm going to find the midpoint of what I have left from this point to my chest, as you can see. Then I'm going to mark it, then go in by ½ inch, and then I'm going to connect like so. Then I'm going to mark my round bust circumference divided by 4 here, which is 9 inches. Then I'm going to come over to I'm going to create my armhole first, connect like so, then come over to my half length. Then I'm just going to take my ruler straight. I wanted to actually do my hip, but at the end of the day it's not going to be straight, so I'm just going to use my chest and then bring it down. So this, we don't need to make it tight. We are not going to have zipper, so it's just we are cutting it straight. So this is going to be the front and the back pattern. So I'm going to cut out. So while cutting out, I'm going to leave out a few inches that is going to serve as my sewing allowance. Now the next thing you are going to do is to bring in your fabric, and then we are going to cut out the back. This is it for the back piece. So this is it for the back piece. We are going to use the same pattern to cut out the front. So set it aside, bring in the front. You are going to slash open from the chest line. All right, so make sure you don't cut it off, and then bring in your fabric, and then we are going to cut out. This is going to be the front piece, so you just need to be careful. Remember, you can take this to whatever you want. So this is what I have. I have roughly 7 inches, so you can take it to wherever you want. But remember, the more you actually open it, the more opening you have around your bust area. So if you don't want it covered, like you want to expose your chest area very well, then you can go up more than what you are seeing. Just note that the more excesses you add, the more it's going to drop, the more you are going to expose your chest area. So the total of everything I have here is roughly 14 inches. Please make sure you notch the exact shoulder point. All right, make sure you notch it, your exact shoulder point. So this is it for the front. Now what we are going to do is to take off our pattern, and then this is what we are going to have for the front. All right, go ahead and then bring in your back piece. So bring in your back piece. What you are going to do, you are going to go over to your machine, hem the back neckline, hem the front neckline if you wish to. If you have overlocking machine, you can just use it for the front neckline, and then just weave just the back neckline. So I'm going to pin together at the shoulder, but please don't join it yet. The only thing you are going to do is to sew at the side. All right, by whatever sewing allowance you added, just sew at the side by whatever sewing allowance you added. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'm going to bring it back. Just pin at the shoulder. Make sure you notch the front shoulder so that you use it to connect with the back. It will be easier for you like that. And then join at the side. Like I said, don't join the shoulder yet. Just pin it down and then join at the side by 1 inch. So I'll go ahead and do that. Welcome back. This is it after I was done. I actually did hem my own fronts. All right, and then I hemmed the back neckline. Please note that you can just use overlocking machine. Like I said, just overlock the front neckline, but the back neckline you need to hem. All right, and then this is it. I joined the side also by 1 inch. So what we are going to do, we are going to drape. Just fold your fabric like so, but I couldn't actually do it on the flat table, so I had to take it to my body form. So for those of us that don't have body form, all you need to do is to watch how I did it, but it's actually easier on body form, I won't lie. So you are going to just bring it. It depends on how you want it to look like. So the draping should fall below your actual neckline. All right, the neckline of the cow neck that we created, the draping you are going to do should fall a little below it. You understand? So that it will look as if everything is draped together. All right, so this is it. This is what you are going to do, and then just bring it together at the shoulder. It is difficult to actually do on a flat surface, or how should I put it? So you are going to just mark out like this and then cut out. So remember, I'm not the original creator, right? This is me recreating it. This is how I was able to recreate. So I couldn't do it on the table, so I had to bring it to my body form. All right, so this is it. I just pin it down, and then what you are going to do, please watch how I'm going to fold my fabric. Make sure you have a few inches in. All right, so make sure you have a few inches in, because you are just going to make sure you have a few inches in. And then all you need to do now is to go ahead, and then you are going to place it on your body form, so around the neck area. I'm sorry, I'm actually blocking it at some point here, but notwithstanding, I move to the side. So you can see, make sure the neck of the one you are draping is lower than the actual neck of the top. You understand? So that at the end of the day, everything will align. You can hardly tell that it's actually different. So it will look as if it's all together. I don't know if that makes sense. So just as you can see me do, just try to, like, you are pleating it on your shoulder. So just like you are pleating it on your shoulder, and when you do it on this side, do it on this other side as well. So until you are able to get maybe the fullness you want, or you are able to get, or you are satisfied with whatever you are seeing, if that makes sense. So that is when you are going to stop. There are several ways to achieve this. So this was how I was able to achieve mine. So remember, you can always do you if you don't like the particular one that you are seeing. When you're draping on this side, you repeat the same thing on the other side. So they need to balance. Do it here, and then whatever we have left, we are going to cut off. But before that, I'm going to pin down around here. So I'm trying to just pin it down, which I am going to tack from the inside. later on. So this is what I have now. What I'm going to do is to use my needle and thread, and then I'm going to tack it to the front shoulder. All right, so that by the time I remove my pin, I will not start all over again. So I'm going to use my needle and threads to hold it down on both shoulder. Then I'm going to cut off the excesses that I have left. Around the shoulder, please make sure that you fold in enough excess. So as you can see, make sure you fold in, and please your shoulder, make sure you leave out 1/2 inch as well. Remember, we are going to join sleeve so that it won't give you any problem when you are joining the sleeve. So I am tacking this point from the inside. I can actually leave it, but I choose to just tack it from the inside. Trust me, it's not going to show. You just tack it from the inside. This is just to hold it together. Notwithstanding, if you choose not to, it's still not going to show, right? So this is it. I'm going to do the same thing to this side of it, and then I'll also cut off the excesses. So do where to arrange. As you are doing it, just do where to arrange it. When you come to the shoulder, leave out 1/2 inch, because we are going to join with our sleeve with that 1/2 inch, and then make sure the excess around the shoulder you also fold in, so that you can just do normal overlocking, and then you won't bother to, you won't stress yourself over trying to hem it. So it depends. After cutting off the excesses, come over to the down. What you are going to do is you are going to arrange it, and then just kind of like cut off a bit. So when you are cutting, you are going to cut it in such a way that you are making it a bit curvy. All right, because of the style inspiration, just cut it and then make it a bit curvy. It shouldn't be too long, because it should be a bit longer than your actual length. That is the top. All right, so it should be a bit longer than your actual length. I'm sorry if I'm blocking it at this point. So this is it, and then I'm going to remove it. So when I remove it now, even without the pin, everything will still be intact, because we already use our needle and thread to tack it. So hope this is clear. So what we are going to do now is we are going to remove it. All right, I'm going to remove it from my body form, and then I'll go over to my machine now. Then I'm going to join the front and the back shoulder together. So join the front and the back shoulder together. I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll bring it back. Just join and then sew, and then I'll bring it back. This is it after I was done joining. So this is it for the shoulder. As you can see, this is it for the second shoulder. Remember to leave at 1/2 inch. So this is it for this point. You can see I have a few inches in. I just hem. What I did was, I didn't hem, sorry. I just used my overlocking machine to weave. That was what I actually did, and then that was it. So what we are going to do now is we are going to set this aside, and then we are going to cut out the sleeve. So you can as well, when it comes to the hemline, you can hem, you can use elastic. So we'll get back to that. First thing first, set this aside, and then bring in your basic sleeve. All right, bring in your basic sleeve, and then bring in your fabric. Place your fabric on fold, because we are going to be cutting out 2 sleeves. First thing you are going to do is fold your sleeve into 2. This is actually to get the midpoint. So once you get the midpoint, go ahead, slash it open about 1.5 inch above your above your hair bone, and then slit open to both sides and then open it up. So opening it up, it depends on how big you want it to be. You can spread it to as many inches as you want. So it just depends on how big you want it to be. Then I'm going to go ahead and then cut out after doing that. This is it for both sleeve. Set it aside and then bring in your fabric. So we are going to cut out about 2.5 inch on fold. That is 5 inches in total. So what we are going to use this to do is going to serve as band for the wrist of the sleeve that we are going to be making. So I'll go ahead and cut out. So the length or the width you are going to cut out will depend on your wrist. So you measure your wrist and then that will depend on what you are going to cut out. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over to my machine and then I'm going to add this band to the wrist and then fix it on my top. So this is it after I was done. This is it, this is the finished look. So all I did for the excesses that I have left is just to weave. So you can see I just weave and then I left it like that. It's not going to show on the wrong side. Even the inside, the neck area too, just weave the draping, just weave, and then that is all. So thank you so much for watching, guys. This is it for this video. When it comes to the hemline, you can use elastic band, you can choose to hem, but I actually use elastic band. Using the elastic band is far better, so I use elastic band for the hemline. So this is it for this video. If you find it helpful, like and leave a comment. Remember, you can always ask questions in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.